In this video, we're going to talk about the daily checklist that we use to manage our Google Ads accounts for all of our clients. So why do we have this daily checklist? Well, we've been burned in the past, dropping things, and we realized we needed a checklist to check every single day, even though it only takes 5 or 10 minutes, because there are some things that you need to check every day to make sure the account is running properly over time. And so we use this to kind of maintain our client accounts, and then also just kind of check to see how we can make things better.
Yeah, so it should only take 5 to 10 minutes per account, so don't spend longer than that generally. And let's get into the accounts. So to kind of look at this one, I chose an account that is currently paused so that we don't give away any of our secrets. So first thing that we are going to do is check for disapproved ads or issues. And the way that you go ahead and do that is by going to Tools, Troubleshooting, and Policy Manager. Generally, they send out like a bunch of emails when these things get disapproved, but this is the best place to see where things are having issues, and then you can appeal or view the problem here. So, and then from there, after we know that all the ads are running correctly, and if there are any policy issues that we've appealed and we're done with that, we're going to move over onto campaigns. So we're going to click the campaigns tab. And basically for there, what we're going to do is see if there's any new conversions or revenue. So for this particular business, it was a local business, so we weren't counting conversion value as closely as like an e-commerce business. But we will take a look and see if there's any conversions. So it looks like there was for this date range. And then in this case, we did set like a pre-conversion value for appointments booked. So it looks like there's a few there as well. All right, so once we've done that, we're going to move over to Insight and Reports. We're going to go to Search Terms. And then from there, for the date range, what we'll take a look at is seeing any new search terms on the account. If there's anything that's relevant, then we will add it to the account as an exact match. If there's anything irrelevant, we'll add it to a negative keywords list as a negative keyword. And then, of course, you want to check out and see what keyword or product generated the conversion.
Awesome. And then, so speaking of search terms, we try to edit these every 2 or 3 days for best practices. So we want to exclude anything that's broad match if they're completely irrelevant. And we also want to exclude things like Amazon because, if we're trying to purchase something, we don't want to compete with Amazon. Things like free, tutorial, do-it-yourself, or DIY because they are mostly irrelevant. And then also what you want to do is exclude at the different levels. So if it's irrelevant to the campaign level, exclude it from there. And if it's irrelevant for the ad group level, then exclude it there as well. All
right, after you've done that, what we go ahead and do is go back to the overview. And we'll take a look at costs. So I'll get rid of these other colors. And basically what we want to see is if there's any irregularities in this cost graph. Basically, we'll have a daily budget set, and you can always check that on the campaign level. In this case, it's 0, but you'd see it there. And then basically want to see, okay, why is there a huge jump here? Why is there a dip here? And basically see over the last 14 days or so if it's normal or not. Basically, if you do see something that's weird, make sure you check your change history to understand if any of your changes in the past have impacted the current account's ability to spend.
All right. We also every day evaluate and optimize our campaigns, at least on a daily level. So some important KPIs to check or key performance indicators. You probably have your own, but the ones that we check are CTR, which is click-through rate. We'll show that here, click-through rate. We also check CPC, which is cost per conversion, or cost per click, cost per click. The number of conversions, which Kayla just mentioned, the revenue, if any, so sometimes that's shown in the conversion value, cost per conversion, and also ROAS, if you're interested in that. So you can add those, the way you add those is basically go to, I think columns, columns, modify columns, and add the ones that you want to do. So you want to check these for your different campaigns, whether it's search, shopping, PMAX, check for like your search impression shares too. So in order to do that, we go to Auction Insights, and you can see your impression share compared to everything else. And then if you can, you'll spend a few seconds kind of checking it for the last week, last 14 days, last 30 days, and then just assess any of the results on a daily basis.
All right, so something else we also do is take a look at the bidding strategy that we use. So generally when we're starting out a campaign, it really depends on, if we want to choose a automatic bidding strategy or a manual bidding strategy. In this case, these were set to maximize clicks and conversions. So keep an eye on that because that could impact your spend and the kind of outcome that you're getting out of the account.
Okay, so you want to obviously identify any winning material and optimize your ads around that. So if you see a keyword or search term that has a lot of clicks and conversions, then you want to create an ad variation around that. You want to copy the ad and then just edit it a little bit, see if it works even better if you change slightly smaller things from that. Other things you can look at for optimizing is like your audience. So you can see kind of what zip codes are you using and kind of what time frames of day and what times as well. So for example, if you're running ads and you can see like there's not a lot of traffic from midnight to 5 a.m., then just kind of take that time frame out. Or if there's ads that are less popular on certain weekdays or weekends, you want to take those out as well.
All right, also on that note, you want to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for any losing material. Obviously, you don't want anything that's dragging the ad account down. You can look at that in the search terms, keywords, and of course in your audience and demographic settings. And basically make sure that if it is underperforming, that you pause or, kind of remold it into something that will work. Okay, something that we also do is review metrics of keywords and quality score. So keywords obviously are a big part of Google search ads. And we're always trying to take a look at, what keyword is kind of spending the most, what is getting the most conversions, what is spending the least, maybe is it worth editing the match type for that. And then we also do kind of keep an eye on the quality score. I know this is kind of a controversial take, and we don't necessarily make a lot of our changes based off of the quality score, the recommendations that Google has, but we will just keep an eye out to see if quality score and conversion rate is correlated at all, and if any updates need to be made because of that. All right, and then of course, as we are cleaning up daily, we wanna make sure that we pause any underperforming ads. We don't want any dead weight on the account. That goes for keywords as well. So make sure that, when you are checking that they are actually getting clicks, impressions, conversions to the rate that you desire. And if they're not, go ahead and cut them out.
And one more thing that we check on a daily basis is the conversion tracking. So you want to make sure your tag is working correctly and that you're debugging any conversions that you're not seeing. And we'll save that for a future video. But that's basically our daily checklist for Google Ads. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer all of the millions of questions that you guys put on our comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Peace.